This is Sergeant Jimmy Willis in the Green Howards back in 2004. In an army career that spanned more than 20 years, he saw active service in Northern Ireland, Bosnia, Kosovo, and more recently Iraq, where his country put his life on the line for freedom and democracy.
There's been an incident this morning where the council have actually come onto the land.
Today Jimmy is fighting another campaign for the exact same principles. He's a member of the Friends of COATHAM Common, a group of local people who for 3 years have been trying to stop REDCAR and Cleveland Council and Persimmon Homes from building a large housing estate on green space and beachfront at COATHAM. It was on Saturday, May the 26th of the Spring Bank Holiday weekend at 7:30 in the morning that Jimmy received a rude awakening. Some 30 council workers, accompanied by the police, suddenly appeared at the rear of his home in High Street West. Jimmy watched with disbelief. A 7-feet-high steel fence was being hastily erected around the entire common. He was compelled to act and quickly moved onto the land, pitching a tent in defiant protest.
Well, obviously the council are trying to intimidate and bully everyone. And obviously me service in the army, you know, stand up and be heard, I say.
As the rest of COATHAM stirred that Saturday morning, they discovered public access to this green open space outlawed for the first time in history, all courtesy of the new Labour leadership at REDCAR and Cleveland Council. REDCAR's Labour MP Vera Baird, however, wrote on her blog that she didn't like the Guantanamo Bay feel of it all. 83-year-old Ethany Alton, also of High Street West, was furious, having walked dogs on the common for over 40 years.
I went to take them out last Saturday, was it, and came up against a 6.5-foot fence. I just went, oh no! I felt so incensed about it. I know it's supposed to be common land and they say you don't value views, etc. But where else can we walk now? And they're guarding nothing. I do feel that my liberty has been destroyed.
The fence was broken open almost immediately and has been breached on a daily basis since, as people refuse to be denied access to the last green open space in COATHAM. And all in spite of community warden patrols and the nearby CCTV camera.
They were putting a fence up. It was about 4 foot away from the wall at the time. But no sooner as me and Ali stood at the gate together that one of the council officers came over and said, you can move that right back up against that bloody wall and keep them bastards in.
So what do you think of the fence? I mean, it has to stop you
I think it's a disgrace.
Yeah.
Absolute disgrace. I think the council have been very, very brutal towards the residents who've walked this land for years. I've walked it for 40 odd years.
Have you?
Yes.
Waste some money.
But it hasn't stopped you coming on though, has it?
It won't stop me, no. And they can arrest me if they like.
They just come through the gaps.
Come through the gap.
And they're not... every morning you meet somebody else who's found another gap and we're not doing any harm. We're just walking.
You're on your way to a birthday party, right?
I am.
You can't get out because there's no gaps down here.
I can't.
Oh, right. There you go.
Is there a gap on that bit there?
I don't believe there is, no. I think you've got to go back to
Never.
the gap up there where those people are. So what do you think of the fence going up? Hasn't deterred you from coming on?
Nope. I think the council are just taking a liberty and the fact that they just want to do what they want to do. I find it sad to think that my dad, my granddad fought 2 world wars and now we've got a dictatorship telling us what we can and can't do. But the council seem determined to plague ahead. And I'd like to see how many bank balances are being nicely buffered up or houses are being sold, because there's something going on for the council to just totally disregard what the public and this community needs.
So why did the council at the start of summer seal off the land from the community when the controversial scheme was nowhere near scheduled to start? This film will explain. It includes information that you won't have seen on the regional news or read about in the local press. It's the story of a group of local people fighting for REDCAR, its residents and the tens of thousands who visit each year. And the story reveals how that fight has uncovered compelling evidence pointing to malpractice, fraud and corruption at the highest level within REDCAR and Cleveland Council. Welcome to COATHAM.